Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, good. I just want to take it as you're driving. Because this is a video. Did I hit
Oh, I
something?
see. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll slow down. See the flowers there?
Mm-hmm.
And also that one there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have one folder here. Let me
Okay.
double check.
I just wanted to get one more picture. Remember which way was the Sullivans? Was it this way or this way? The Sullivans, the 5 brothers that got killed? The Navy.
The Navy? Yeah, this way.
Yeah, all right. That's all I want to get. Then I'll walk out the front.
This one, Dad.
Yes. I'm finishing up now.
Out there, so I wish we had, you know, cemeteries like this for our current ward. I mean, this was a conflict that is, you know, revered. Where we've lost a lot of guys in other fights, and it just says grave, but it's just not looked at the same way. If he's from your neighborhood or your relatives, you remember him in that way, but the country as a whole doesn't. It's a shame, but yeah. Well, me and Larry are really honored to work here. We have 40 employees, but it's not really a corporate environment. Some of them are second generation. Their dads did the burials, worked to retirement. We hired their son. Some of them don't have a lot of formal education, but their dads trained them. You know, they wanted them to work here. They taught them all the trees. They'll tell you the Latin name, the common name of every tree here. You know, we have a good crew. Hermie's been here since the 80s. I forgot what year. He's been here 20-some years.
It's just, the serenity is just awesome. I mean, it's beautiful here.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to the Philippine version of our cemetery. It's about 2 miles from here. You go down that road and turn left. They patterned it the same way, concentric rings of graves.
Oh, that's separate from the American?
I mean, we have 570 Filipinos buried here, and about 3,000 on the walls are missing. But they were in the Philippine Scouts, which was considered the U.S. Army when we, however you want to call it, when we took over the country. Our army pretty much went back to the U.S. So to garrison the islands, the towns, protect the roads, we put Filipinos in the U.S. Army. They were called Philippine Scouts. And so they were treated as a U.S. veteran. The Philippine Commonwealth Army, I mean, there was a 10-year period where we kind of mentored them for self-government. So MacArthur came out here, he stood up their army. But a few months before World War II, they federalized the Commonwealth Army into what was called USAFE. And they fought under our flag. But the burials were done in the late 40s. They got their independence in 46. So the Philippine Commonwealth Army soldiers are buried in a separate cemetery from here. And they patterned it after ours, but they don't put the funding or the attention to detail. If you're in the middle, where the presidents are buried and, you know, MacArthur quote, it's maintained. But if you go out where the rank and file are, it's not. I mean, it's run by their army. They come here, they look at their equipment. We've had Philippine veterans come here during our ceremonies. They say, we're so sad when we go there because we see how your government, you know, remembers your soldiers. And we go to ours who fought side by side, suffered equally, died as horribly, but, you know,
Memorialized forever.
it's not, doesn't look the same. It makes us sad. So we're proud of what we do here.
It was very heart-wrenching when they played the tips and the chip.
Volleys. Yeah, when they, I mean, I've studied this a lot. I have maybe 300 pictures of building the place, pouring the cement, putting the headstones in. I have the topographical surveys of before it was
Oh,
built.
wow.
So, I mean, they did some cuts and fills in the topography, but not much. Each of our 24 cemeteries are different in their own way. The way it was designed here is when you can only see about a third of the headstones at any spot.
Right.
So when you go through the concentric roads, it's like they never stop.
Right.
You always see headstones. Same thing in the memorial.
As the roads wind, you see different.
You see different ones, and whether you were a 2-star general or a Medal of Honor recipient or a private run over by a truck, you know, everybody was united against our enemies. They all gave the full measure, so that they remembered the same. I mean, you don't know out there who's a general or private. You don't have who died in 44, 43. You know, they were pretty much buried by the forms from the family. Where the international airport was the mortuary. They had 3 big hangars. The remains were brought in wooden boxes. And then when they got the forms from the family, they were put on a table. They did the attempts at ID, took the dental work, examined the evidence with the body to make sure it was a positive ID. And then they were casketed. It's a heavy, expensive casket.
There was aluminum, metal, or they were
Bronze.
bronze?
Yeah,
Oh, they were all
they're
bronze?
expensive.
I didn't know
I've seen
that.
them taken out of the ground.
Oh,
You know,
yeah?
sometimes they'll do DNA. I mean, we have to break the casket open. They're watertight.
Wow.
I mean, they were mostly skeletal remains by the time they were buried in the late 40s, but they were just like making a military rack. There's a green blanket, a white sheet. It was folded up on the remains. They are strapped inside so they wouldn't move around. And somewhere in your house was a flag. Like when you see a row here, there's either 17 or 18 graves, 17 or 16 in a row. That's how they were buried. They dug that trench. They brought the caskets up in a truck. They put the 17 caskets in the ground. They said prayers. They had a rabbi, a priest, a Catholic, a rabbi, a priest, a Protestant chaplain say the prayers at the end. They fired the volleys, blue taps. And they had a flag on each shipping container. The casket's in a plywood shipping container. When we opened the grave, the plywood is gone, the handles are at the bottom, but the casket's intact. And then they had an admin soldier go down the rows, and they would read the serial number. They'd reverently fold the flag. So the flag that went to your family was actually on the same casket. They just didn't send the flag.
Yeah.
Then they backfilled the grave, some top fill. Yeah. It was not a fly-by-night operation. It was all done. You know, our country's best architects. We have pictures of President Eisenhower here, President Johnson, President Clinton, General MacArthur. I mean, we've had 6 cabinet members here. Obama was supposed to be here the 11th, but they canceled the visit. Then Secretary Kerry, he canceled the visit. But the last president here was Clinton. But in my time, you know, we've had Hillary Clinton, Secretary Gates, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. We get a lot of VIPs here.
When they opened up the World War II memorial in
Washington,
I was there and I met Dole.
Yeah, Senator Dole.
Yeah, I talked with him at the site.
Yeah.
And took pictures with him, and it was very.
We have 2 cemeteries
really
in Italy. One in the south around Anzio, and one in the north in Florence. And Dole spent a lot of time because that's where guys from his unit were buried. The Florence Cemetery. Inouye was a senator from Hawaii. Lost an arm in Italy. He's got the Medal of Honor. He was out here 4 or 5 times in my time before he died. We were here with Ambassador. I mean, I lived in Hawaii twice, so I knew of him. I didn't meet him personally until I worked here. He did a lot of work for Philippine veterans, so he'd be at a social at the Ambassador's house. But over the years, you know, he knew I was Bert. But his last visit, he was pretty infirm. He couldn't see that well. He needed help up on the curbs. But he had remarried a younger woman who had a lot of personality. I could tell. His eyes would just light up when she came around. She did a lot for him. He was here with another senator from Alabama. And there's a grave up in this first section at the top, across from Larry's house. That senator was asked by an Air Force general if he could visit the grave of his uncle, killed down in Leyte. So they had about 7 black limos here. And when we finished the wreath laying, the ambassador says, well, Bert, you take us out to the grave. So I was on my golf cart, and them 7 black limos followed me up there. When I stopped, they parked behind me. I thought, cripes, how's Hanoi supposed to walk up here? So I waved his car at the front, which gave everybody else time to go around the grave. So I helped them get up the curb, and they were talking, killing time when I got there, and $1,500 US. And that I saw Hanoi just tighten up his body. And we walked up, and he says, well, Bert, what do you think of that? I said, well, God damn it, sir, that's the least we owe these men. He says, I'm glad you work here. I always remember that.
So is that what was the name of the actual burial ground when if he was killed on Negros Island?
Yeah, you can. Hermie gave you the form to send for a file
you can send
called the
that?
IDPF, and it shows you the cause of death, the place of death, what personal effects were sent home, the forms from the family asking he be buried overseas, and each individual burial site. So I would say he was either buried on the battlefield, probably for 4 or 5 days. They wanted him under the ground so the body won't deteriorate. Then they buried him in a temporary cemetery on Negros. It was called USAF Cemetery Negros.
Okay.
Then after the war was over, because there were 50-some cemeteries in the Philippines, they each took, an administrative staff, guards, maintenance. So everybody south of Luzon was consolidated on Leyte, south of Palo. So probably in early 46, he was moved from Negros to Leyte number 1. Then in 47, he was moved up here to the mausoleum. He was probably, his remains were probably casketed in 48, 49, and the actual date he was buried here will be in that file. So when you send for it, probably in a week you get a letter saying, hey, we got your request, it takes time. It takes 3 or 4 months for them to pull the microfiche. With computers, thousands of people ask for them. They're understaffed, but it's worth the wait.
Oh, sure.
Because you're going to get information it's not available anywhere.
Right.
And if you lost it in the old papers, what's on the headstone is the regiment, which is 3,500 people. A battalion is probably, so he was either in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd battalion of that regiment. Those are probably 800 people. What you really need to know to see where he was all the time was the company.
Right.
And most of the time the only way to get that is in that burial file. Then when he was in whatever, B Company 1st Battalion, if he was in the 40th, the
160?
160th, then you can study the book. You can go on the internet and buy the history of the 40th Infantry Division. They landed at Lingayen. They went down the Central Plain. They fought around Clark, and then they were sent down to the Visayan Islands where they were there. I'm not sure if the 160th went there. The 140th went on Mindanao, and they were getting ready to go to Japan at the end of the war. Their shoulder patch it's a blue square with a yellow sun in the middle. They're still California National Guard. They started out as California National Guard, but with casualties, and they filled it up with soldiers from all across the country. This is your ride here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate all your information.
Well, glad that we met you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will be back.
I'll think
again.
you're there when I'm in Lowry Steakhouse. They're rolling that big armored car with that big meat in there. Yeah. Out here, most of the meat is Australian, so it's it's grass-fed, lean.
But it was good. I had it on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was. I enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah.
there were, some of the food.
Not sweet for me,
Right,
but
but
you can get USD meat out here, but.
All right. Well, really thank you for your time. This possibility if I can get her tomorrow, I'll come back. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Here's another set, and the information there.
All right.
This is what you need, right? Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
My wife and I insist.
No.
Yes. No. I understand which way you do it, but you spend a lot of time with us the first thing.
No, that's all
No.
right.
No. It's You made me happy. That's what
But
counts.
you know,
And I know it's your job and you love your job, but it's also very important to me.
but you know,
because
just
did
to
it to me
smile
on
and
the
say thank
schedule.
you.
Well, I understand it. I understand it, but I really do.
No, but really, a
Me and my
smile.
wife, no. I want you to have it. She insisted. She did.
but
We
you know-
felt bad because we didn't have our exchange money with us that day. We would have done no.
Please let me show you this to you first, but please, you know,
Okay.
just to smile and thank you. It's really,
No, I understand. No, I understand, but I
see
really
that?
want
Is
you.
that the one that you like?
Yes. It has the sheet there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know you don't have to do it, please. I'm
No. We went. I feel better at home. I really do. Just because you spent a lot of time and you met our needs, and I understand you do it and you do it a very dedicated job, and we're happy with that. And I feel good that I have someone here taking care
You
of.
know, it's my job.
No,
And
I
want,
understand that,
and
but
I just
it's.
wanted you to know that it's always be my pleasure. My soul.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Please send my best regards to,
Maureen.
but please, I really don't like this.
No, I really
Next
want
time
you
is
to.
a
No. Look at it this here way. Let us buy you dinner. How is that something?
next time, please, Roland.
Okay,
You know,
that's all
if you
right.
don't have to do that.
It's not that. It's just that we really appreciate you,
Well, it's my
and I feel good that you people like you work here like you.
you know,
And it's important to me.
every day that I drive the golf car, I pray for all this. So, you know, my heart is here. I've been here for 21 years.
All
My
these-
heart is
even
here.
these two men, they just gave me all the knowledge and everything. And,
Yes.
and I
So
feel
now you
good.
feel comfortable while they're here.
Right.
It's better, right? Yeah.
And I want to come here. If I get time tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow.
Sure. Please send my best regards to Maria. And
Okay, thank you.
next time, Roland, please do.
Thank
You so much and have a blessed day.
All right.
And just to let you know, the photos have been sent.
Okay, thank you.
So when you open it, it's there. Thank you
you
so
very
much.
much.
Have a blessed trip, sweetheart.
Thank you. Could you go to 10th Street possibly? I'd like to pick up something, food from Chang's to take back, take out.
Okay.
Would that take long? Is that out of the way?
No, we're going to
Chang, PF Chang's, and it's in 10th Street,
10th Street.
right out here in 10th Street in Bonificio.
Okay.
Do you know where that's at? It's they said there's a PF Chang's restaurant,
Okay.
and I could take it out to go to to bring it back to the hotel.
Tenth Street, sir. 10th Street.
10th Street, I think she said.
We just find out. What is the name of the restaurant?
PF Chang's.
PF Change.
Chang's. The ceremony at the end of where they play the taps, the military bugle, it was beautiful. time is it?
5:36. This is the 10th Avenue.
She said it was right on 10th Street and in one of the big buildings, PF Change. It's, I don't know where it says. She was here. It's supposed to be, it's a pretty exclusive restaurant.
10th Street.
This is 10th?
The restaurant. All of that is the restaurant. All of that. A high street.
Well, maybe it is High. I don't know what.
High Street.
Yeah, High Street.
This
sorry.
is the High Street, sir.
Yeah, this is what she wanted. I think High Street.
This is the High Street. Here.
PF Change.
That is only
The Lamborghini. I can't afford to buy too much money. You said it was here. You could see it. So it's in a building. I don't know. So I'm not familiar with it. My wife was here the other night. High Street. So this is it.
This is the High Street.
Yeah. I said 10th, but it's 9th. High Street. See, look at this Lamborghini. How much of them? Too much.
Not expensive. Look at that beautiful car.
Cody.
Going to
You should be able to see it because it's a very exclusive restaurant. Maybe we ask somebody.
Boss? 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 Saan yung PF Change restaurant? PF Chang? Saan yun?
Ayun din. Nabili Global yung ground floor.
Ah, yung ground floor. PF Chang. Okay. Thank you, boss. It's not the PF Change. PF Chang.
Chan.
Ah.
It's here?
Yeah, it's on this building, the W building.
Okay.
It's on the ground floor.
Okay. So I could just run here and it's right here.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
leave my
fine.
stuff in the car, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And then you have time, I could just run in and grab something to go?
okay. If I'm not here, if the police...
You went around the block?
Yeah, I just don't go around the block.
Okay, it shouldn't take me long, I hope. I'll take care of you. Does this come with rice? Could you get a side of rice? Give me a pepper steak, small, and a side of rice. White rice. Small rice. Can I have a glass of water while I'm waiting for my water? How long is this open? How new? How new is this place? This whole area is poured by a Is this for beneficiary you're in for right now? Yeah, I just came from the American Cemetery. Right here, for beneficiary. Oh, what hotel? No, I'm staying at the Peninsula. Yeah, my driver took me. I was going to take me back. I wanted to take some food back to the hotel. All the way there? I didn't know. Well, my wife was just until Friday. We were here Friday be 10 days. So we'll be coming back. What do they charge? What do they charge for delivery? Because I don't know if our hotel is in Makati. Well, I ate a lot in places, but I wanted to get something different. I ate in every restaurant there. We even ate in the Shangri-La, but I figured when I come and get something different. Because they have these back in the States. Yeah, so, oh, yeah. First time in Manila. Very nice. Yeah, we just missed we got here after the typhoon. Okay. Figure out my bill. I got a driver going to be waiting. You can figure it out now. This way I can run all these out there now.
The landline here in the port. Our branch here. This is the phone number. We don't have the card here. But this number, the first number is the number of the restaurant. So like they inquire, like the restaurant.